on the GR10, the Trans Pyrenees race, and about 2 hours in. A pretty rough start this morning. I've only been sick to my stomach 3 times in my life, and today was one of them. So started the morning that way, unable to eat or drink. I was gonna start this thing even if I had to lay down for a while once we started. Saved a little by my olive juice and the bag of olives I brought. This has been is not going to be easy by any stretch. We've done rock fields, climbed straight up the side of a mountain, an incredible hike. We've topped out. I think today's kind of, there's worse, but one of the most challenging hikes, and the trails are a challenge too, because they're just straight up and down the mountain. It's so hot. I think I've drank 7 liters today, and I feel like I need 7 more. Today's would be tough. Checkpoints don't have food, and I'm not going by a store, so I'm pretty hungry. Kind of a mess, actually. I think I'm gonna be, I hope. I'm so hungry. I went to sleep hungry, thinking I'd find some food this morning. Now I'm climbing a big mountain, hungry. Be catching up for this whole race. I'm a mess. But it is beautiful. Still hungry. Found some peanuts that had spilled out into my pack, so I'm really hoping to see support this morning at the checkpoint, because peanuts are all I have left. I thought it was all downhill, but then they snuck in a bunch of uphill with rocks. So we got sprinkled on. Not too bad. It's beautiful here, and life's good. This was a heck of a climb. I met Gary and I got some food, and it's all gone. I want more. Good time. I'm having a tough time. We stopped at the refuge. The weather was bad. There was lightning and thunder and hail when we arrived, and the weather is cleared and looks like we have a window. We've got 3 passes that we have to get over there, and we're pushing time today to meet the cutoff by 1 in the morning. We should be okay unless the weather turns bad. There ain't gonna be any kayaking today. Closer to going over the climb. Looks like we scored the weather. It opened up, and we're gonna pass over. And we were told that. Here I am in the Pyrenees. Just finished, I'd say, a mountaineering experience. Came down from the top of those and over 3 peaks. Pushing pretty hard because I could see the storm coming back. This has been quite an experience, but I'm gonna make the cutoff. I've just finished a pretty challenging day. I think I'll be done soon. I've been totally soaked and walking in a lot of water, and I'm getting back thinking, wow, what a challenge, and Here come a bunch of young French guys, bags and stuff hanging all over their shoulders. And they're going out camping. Pretty impressive. Well, every day is a new experience. Every day is a new experience in the Pyrenees Mountains. Like, holy cow, this is more like mountaineering. Well, I don't know if you can see this spectacular view. We're at least not in the clouds for the moment. I'm climbing this last hill, kilometer or two, with a couple of Swedes, and I see someone coming behind me too. We're just about done. It's been a tough day. I kind of lost a day, or a few hours. I got to the checkpoint yesterday evening, hungry, thinking my support would be there and the race staff would have food, and I had neither. I had a little bit of a breakdown, and I thought, I've got 35K in the Pyrenees Mountains to do through the night navigation, because these trails are never easy to follow, especially at night. Just couldn't follow trail, and backtracked about 2 miles, pitched my hammock, went to sleep. I slept good in my hammock, and got up this morning. I had a small chunk of food. I've been slow because I haven't had food. Gary met me. I consumed about 2,500 calories and a little more here. And we're gonna see if we can do this better. So I want to make the next cutoff and finish this with a full belly. After leaving checkpoint 6, where I had so much trouble the night before, went to bed hungry, got up hungry. Good thing is I was by water. Getting bitten by flies, that's what I'm getting. Went through one of the more difficult areas to navigate, and I would have to liken France's backcountry to the Chilean backcountry. There's trails everywhere, or there's none. So I bushwhacked, finally just went to my orienteering skills and map and compass, got to a place where I knew I could hook up with the trail. Well, it's a morning of very mixed feelings. Approached by a French guy for the director of the race, Cyril. This guy speaks no English, but gave me the sign with his hands that I'm out of the race because I'm too slow. And I'm pretty sad. I went 4 out of 6 days without any food, and kind of crazy that I even went out. And the other is that my GPS hasn't worked, and it was recommended. However, it's necessary for this race. So really what has happened with my speed on a couple of days when I did eat well, that was great. I've trained hard and long for this race, and I I think I have the speed. In fact, I'm sure of it, because here I am on day 6 and I feel fine, and I've done some pretty incredible hikes and seen some pretty incredible, beautiful places. But the GPS is necessary. For example, yes, last night I ran for 5 hours. Time was great. And then I was all of a sudden on a yellow trail instead of the red and white, which is a little piece of paint on a tree or rock somewhere. Well, this one's for you, Randy. And I have to withdraw from this race. I've really missed you. If you were here, this would have gone great. I'm going back out on trail without a functioning GPS, but I have 2 different topographical maps other than the race maps, and I've also brought a trail guidebook, carrying a little more weight, and I'm happy to be back out on trail, and I hope to not get lost. So I've spent the last 24 hours, one, had a shower after a week, and had a glass of wine. At checkpoint 8, there were more than half the people were already out of the race. Combination of reasons. One is the extreme difficulty, and second is everybody's getting lost, and getting lost a lot. Enjoy France, which I love. The French people, I've just enjoyed everybody I've met. They're wonderful people, and so it's been good for me to get back on trail. I think much better when I'm out in the outdoors. And 30 in the morning. I started about 6:30. It was nice. Rolled into checkpoint 10 last night, and they have a bunch of empty tents. You can just crawl in on the hard ground, and for me, just roll a blanket out and sleep so. So here is these little mountain hut things they do in their shelters, and anyone can use them on the trail. And I've been in the clouds all morning, and it looks like it might clear and the sun might come out. No rain, a few sprinkles, but no rain. It's a beautiful day. I just finished having breakfast, which was some quinoa and beans, and I brought a little coffee, instant coffee, and put in some cold mountain stream water, and it was good. Well, great day of trekking in the race from checkpoint 9 to 10 on let's see, the 26th. I hiked through the night, so I was thinking I was doing great. And if you can see down there on those mountains, are completely covered, the Pyrenees there, by a cloud of by a layer of clouds. I've just never experienced anything like it. So I started out the morning like that, and it never went away, and it would just fluctuate. And so I was thinking I was doing great, following perfectly the red and white dotted line. And then after a while I was thinking, I haven't found the road, and there was a sign, and that sign didn't have on it what I expected it to have, and I was horribly off trail, and I was really tired. The last section of trail I did was very difficult, a lot of rock climbing. I have everything I needed, some food and things for sleep. The only problem is we're above tree line, so I have no trees to pitch my hammock. So the clouds were here last night, and I just didn't know if it would rain. This is no doubt the most difficult terrain and race I've done, and it definitely rivals with the difficulty of the terrain in Patagonia and Chile. the clouds are clearing, and I would have been in the clouds by now hiking down, and the sun is out, even though I just am certain I'm on the right trail. I still have a little concern. This is a very popular area. I've seen a few people, which is for the first time since I've been here. Bouchan, or Bagneres, Bouchan area where it cuts through a town. We think my goal was to again try and get the GPS to work, and we think we may have found a way, so I'd be pretty happy. I know it's a little late. Well, I've just finished a big uphill from way down there in Luchon, Bagneres, and now I'm at, it's called Super Bagneres, and now I'm dropping down or crossing over to a lake and hoping to get through what I think will be a technical section and past the lake, which has been another big mountain, but you can see forever here, and it's gorgeous. Rain or no thunder and no lightning, so I'm gonna keep going. This trail here's pretty decent. I could descend if I needed to pretty quickly if it became unsafe, and then I'll see what it's like on the other side. The clouds have cleared, the rain has stopped. I had an awesome night camping out in my hammock last night, and this qualifies as a pretty incredible place to be. I'll cross over a couple more paths this morning and a couple more lakes, but I am so grateful to be here. Concerned I wouldn't get to see the lakes, because last night I set up my hammock just in time along the lake before it rained and it clouded up. That was a beautiful lake, and I've been treated to some great beauty here. Well, I'm at a section either going up or down in this course. Checkpoint 19 area. Back amongst some of the racers. In fact, I'm hoping to hook up with maybe Jan and Brian, who I was with in the beginning. They got cut off before BV1 and have also kept going. Feeling pretty good. My feet are good. I've got a angry ankle. I've taped it, and foot must have probably sprained along the way on some of the rock jumping. So this morning I actually stopped in a little shop, very nice, sympathique française fille. Had a sandwich and I think my first real cup of coffee, and it was good. But crazy thing is, stomach gets full and never really feel like your hunger is savored. So it's that race day, race time, bottomless pit. So I have plenty of food with me now, and that cup of coffee was awesome. Got another about, I think, 150 or 60 kilometers till I put my little feet into the Bay of Biscayne. Oh, this is one of these situations where if I didn't have a GPS, I'd be in trouble, because I haven't seen a GR10 trail marking at least a couple miles. Now here is a sign, tells me to turn right, and Alcimenoa and Belgori, Saint Etienne de Belgori. And interesting is, on my map, those two places are on my map, which a lot of times it'll tell you you're going somewhere and those aren't on your map. But then on my GPS, as you see, I have a three-way intersection here. My GPS shows no intersection, and my topo map shows no intersection or turn. But this is the right way. Bonjour.
Hello.
Hello. Well, I've made it to checkpoint 21. So cool. Last night, not sure I want this to end, but I think my body's finally telling me it's about time to stop walking for a while. I'm tired. I eat, I'm stuffed, I'm hungry. But still beautiful out here. Spain and France. And that is where I'm standing right now and going this way. That's Spain and France right there. And I'm not even lost. I know the sun is bright, but this is a pretty incredible section of hike along the Spain and France border. Big climb up to the top of this ridge line. Alright, there's Spain and France, and I think I'm at the end of this ridge climbing. You look at a trail and you think, there's no way we're gonna go up that. Of course not. First you go down, then you go up. So it's been an incredible trek today, and when I think about it, what I have accomplished, you know, starting way down there, and I've climbed that range today and been up and down, and here I am, and this has been a tough stretch because it's a lot of climbing and a lot of rocks. Well, I was wrong. See that range over there? We hiked that too. So it isn't over till it's over. You know, you always want to do something like that, is hike up and down and follow a range, and today I've done it. Yeah, as you can see, it's spectacular, and what's so cool is that those are mountains over there hiked in the clouds. Just amazing. And just tired. Here we are on our way to the finish from checkpoint 22 to Henday, and I finally have hooked up with Jan from Australia. Yeah, we're tired. It's a beautiful morning. We just finished a big climb. Sweaty big climb for me. Jan's not sweating as much as me. She's just glistening.
I'm just dribbling.
And again, it's another epic, beautiful day in France. Never assume you're on trail, no matter how many red and whites you see. Because I see two trails here. Yeah. I'm on my way to checkpoint 22. Pretty happy. I'm feeling good. I slept extra last night. As you notice, no sunglasses. There was lots of rock scrambling before this on the climb, and there's some cable, which kind of funny where they hang it because it's not always where I feel like I really would need the cable, but my favorite Wiley X glasses have been donated to the Pyrenees Mountains. I caught a glimpse of it earlier, but I think that's the ocean out there. Oh. You probably can't see it from this, but I think it is because it's so well marked on the shoreline. Also very clear. I think today is a day of that I could have, I should have, would have, would if, but I will. If anything, having a bad day, le français, c'est très gentil, and after a few bonjours, the day is better. Thankful to dearest Randy for all your support. Just allow me to do the things that keep me happy. And I've just enjoyed the country, the outdoors, and all the people. I'm in the village of Enhunda. You can see village, or these houses are dated from the 1700s. So it's a historic community that's been restored and it's beautiful. So I'm trying to navigate my way through Anoa on the GR10, and so far it's, if you keep your eyes peeled, it's well marked. Definitely a special little community here. I could push on in the dark after that to make the finish in Henday, but I want to enjoy it in the daylight. Notice sunglasses. These were given to us in the race packet since I tangled mine up in the cable climbing in the last section. So here I am. That's the way I came, deciding which way to go. And I see that little mark on the tree. This is the last many kilometers, last 50 have been overall friendly trail like this. There's been some intermittent rock climbing and cable climbing, but it's been a treat. Some of them get the curse of the bell and some don't. And then there's those darn spikes. Well, I'm pretty happy. So I'm coming down this trail tonight and I get around this corner and ah! Do you see that? C'est long, c'est long. C'est très joli. I'm just so excited about this and so happy. Well, the trail hasn't changed much. It's because it's always changing. It's slowing me down, so I get to enjoy the view. my trek across France to Hendaye and the ocean. Pretty exciting. Got a pretty good bit of climbing today to get there. I got a Swedish guy on my tail, which is good. Good morning. Où est l'autre homme?
He's, I don't know, he's coming as well. He's out of the tree.
He's out of the tree.
You doing fine?
Little section of Spain on the trail. The French and Spanish all come to these little strip mall towns on the borders for shopping. Had a pineapple juice and an orange juice. Feel better. Little brain freeze. So I've just come out of this trail all cut up to shit and jumping rocks and sticker bushes and this is the view I have. And people up here in my clothes. I can't even keep clean coming out of the house. My re-entry in the world, and it's a little odd. Got all the sounds of humanity, more traffic, and I've been seeing the highway for a couple weeks, 16 days, and the roads are getting a little wider. Another 6 to 7 kilometers through this town to get to the finish. It's been a long push through town, probably a 15k from the edge of town till I hit the finish line. But I've done this. I got back on the course and set out to do what I wanted. And I don't think I've quite been so busy eating and trying to find my way. I haven't. You think, well, it's time to think out there, but a lot of focus to keep going and climbing rocks and following trail and sleep. So looking forward to chilling today. I think I'm going to eat a little and drink some wine and at least put my feet in the ocean. Probably need to have a shower soon because I'm filthy. And I like being filthy. Ran across the finish line with the American flag. Got a finisher's medal. Walk with French TV. And around some racers who met along the way. And it's a goofy day. I want to be done, but it's done. It's like, what do I do? A lot of training, and all I've lived is, trail, eating, performing, napping, and sleeping. Last few days. It's good. It's been a great experience. I've had a glass of wine. Person who's with me is sleepyhead in bed, so it's time for some self-reflection tonight.